Hola a todos, bienvenidos otra vez a mi canal, yo soy Alejo y en este video les quiero mostrar la entrevista que le hice a John KATZENBACH. Antes de comenzar con este video les quiero decir que es necesario que activen los subtítulos. Yo los voy a dejar predeterminados, pero es probable que no estén activados, así que pueden ir a la configuración de YouTube y activar los subtítulos para que puedan entender, porque la entrevista fue en inglés. Esta entrevista la realizamos para el canal de Videos Rolo, así que por eso es que John saluda a los rolos y hablamos nosotros siempre como de nuestro canal. Y sin nada más que decir, espero que disfruten mucho de esta entrevista que comienza ya.
Hola, Rolos.
Your stories are inspired in something in the real life or are just product of your imagination?
It's really a combination. Sometimes I can have something as small as a single conversation. Sometimes it's more complicated. That's what my newest book, that's what happened with that. A mystery that had occurred near where I lived many years ago, missing person. And over time, over years, I started thinking, what is the impact on people? When someone disappears, a young woman disappears, and how do people react, and what does it mean going forward, and all of those things. And suddenly, then I saw a novel. But in contrast to that, a book like El Psicoanalista, that was based on one conversation. And my mother was a psychoanalyst, and I once asked her, I said, how do you know that the person lying on the couch is the person they say they are? And she said, I don't.
In this book, the wolf made a research to write his book.
Yes.
What is your process of investigation?
Do I research how to kill somebody the way he does? Yeah, a little bit. He's an interesting character because what made him sort of fun to write was that he has all of these grandiose ideas about who he should become and how people should remember him. But when it comes to me, you need to know accurately about what someone will do. But the truth is, it is more important to be psychologically accurate than it is to be technically accurate in a novel. Because if people believe in your character, they will believe in what they do on the page.
Who is the first person to read your books?
It used to be my wife, who would sort of read the books and say, this is really great, why am I married to you? Because this is really twisted. And I would explain, there are many good reasons, they're just not in the book. But now, it's more, it really goes to agent first. You get asked about giving advice to young writers. One of the things I always say is only show what you write to people who love you and will lie about it, and to people who want to make money off of what you write, who will be absolutely truthful. What happens is so often, especially if you're a student of writing, you'll be in a classroom and you'll read your story to everybody else, and what they will do is tell you how they would have written it, not how you would have written it. It's very important to learn to trust your own instinct as a writer. Trust what you think, trust your characters, trust your plot. Tell your story.
I want to know, who's the most complex and twisted character you ever created?
Oh, geez. I'd have to think really hard. The most complex character is the hero in Francis Petrel in La Historia del Loco, The Madman's Tale. It was a real challenge to write a book from the point of view of a schizophrenic. The most twisted, I'm not sure, but probably it's from El Psicoanalista, it's Mr. R, Rumpelstiltskin. Pretty interesting guy, with some interesting ideas about the world. I'm actually, for the very first time in my writing career, have been persuaded to write a sequel. And I'm writing the sequel to El Psicoanalista now. My agent, I'll tell you what I told the people at the fair yesterday. My agent told me I could not discuss what the plot of the new book was. But let's just say that at the end of El Psicoanalista, Dr. Starks thinks it's all over. It isn't.
We can see a lot of twisted situations in your books.
Yes.
A lot of games, like a hunter hunting someone else.
Yes.
In the real life, would you prefer to create a game for someone else? A lot of clues, a game for them? Or would you prefer to play the game of someone else?
Okay, you guys are filled with hard questions. I think I'd rather be the creator, of the game. But that makes me sound more like Rumpelstiltskin, doesn't it? Yeah. Of course, that's another one of your tests to discover if I'm really a psychopath.
Maybe.
Maybe it is. Maybe we'll find out, won't we? I can see the headline in El Tiempo tomorrow. Book bloggers die in mysterious car accident. There we go. Because that might work. There we go.
The people think that teenagers only read young literature.
Young adult.
Young adult, young literature. Yes.
Yeah.
We saw in Fieldbook that many teenagers or young people like to sign your books. What do you feel like this?
It's terrific. Actually, one of the things that is there's nothing as sort of as wonderful for a writer as to be sitting there and have a teenager come up and say how much they loved your book, and then have some middle-aged guy come up and say how much they love your book, and finally some old guy come up and say they love your book, and because it just tells you that the psychological truths that are involved in each story can appeal to a wide range of people. That said, I have to say that the young readers around the world are far more sophisticated than all of us old folks think they are, and the understanding that they bring to a story. One of the books I signed at Filbo, a young woman, I would have college age, 18, 19, 20. She came up. She wanted me to sign her copy of El Psicoanalista, which she had also been working. One of her courses at school had it. And the side of the book had perhaps 60 or 70 of those little post-it type little things on where she had done, looked at exactly like that, but it was filled with them. And I said to her, why all of these, and she started talking about the psychological dynamics of the story, and why this word lines here influence these here and whatnot. And I was absolutely in awe of how smart and how intelligent her reading of the book was. Probably a lot more intelligent than my writing of it. So when it comes to young people, I can't tell you how much energy that gives me as a writer. It's young people reading your work. It's better than any drug.
Thank you so much for being here in our channel. This is the end of the video. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. This has really been fun. Really wonderful questions. Thank you so much.
Así terminó entonces todo. Nosotros tuvimos la oportunidad de estar hablando con John más o menos como una media hora. Como ven, es muy amable, él estuvo muy atento a todo lo que nosotros queríamos saber. Les recomiendo leer sus libros porque son buenísimos, de verdad que a mí me ha encantado lo que he leído de él. Y pues nada, espero que hayan disfrutado ustedes de esta entrevista. No se olviden que me pueden seguir en todas mis redes sociales como @alejodialgo, que es en donde les voy compartiendo todos los libros, películas y series que voy leyendo. Además que ya estamos en camino a la Feria del Libro de Bogotá y seguramente vamos a estar entrevistando a muchos autores y con muchas actividades. Si te gustó este video, entonces no olvides suscribirte al canal, activar la campanita, dejar un me gusta si el video te gustó y comentarme si te gustó esta entrevista que le hicimos a John KATZENBACH. Espero que les haya gustado muchísimo este video. Muchas gracias por haberse dedicado el tiempo de sentarse a verlo y nos vemos en un próximo video. Chao.